As I have gone around the different groups, I've talked about different things. If there's something that you'd like me to talk about, let me know. But I, in some of the groups I've talked about the situation as far as polio is concerned, and I think that's something that you have been hearing about, how close we are to eradication of polio. And what I wanted to tell you is today that, coming as I do from India, which is one of the 4 countries which still has polio, we are really almost there, because the most critical areas of India, in the states of Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, have not had a polio case now for more than a year. Not a single case for more than a year. We have had a few stray cases in different other parts of India. That's why you've seen the score going up to probably 32 in all of India. And a few in Pakistan, but Pakistan can easily be controlled if the border from India is better managed. I've often compared the India-Pakistan border to what you have between United States and Mexico. Perhaps in a place like El Paso, anyone who wants to cross really can take his time of the day and manage to get across the Rio Grande and go on to the other country as the need may be. And that's what also happened in many parts of India and Pakistan, and that's how they carry the polio virus along with them. And I think that can, once India stops, I think we'll have no polio in Pakistan. Afghanistan is not much of a problem, and Nigeria now is very much under the control of the government, because so far the government had not been fully committed in Nigeria over the years. Religious and administrative consideration, now they are fully on board. Polio is about to go. And so, if there's one thing that polio has also taught us, in addition to giving us the confidence that we can eradicate a disease from the world, it is that the true potential of Rotary as an organization. And when I say that, I mean that we have a reach that we hadn't really been probably fully aware of before we started engaging ourselves in the eradication of polio. Earlier years we used to say, we're an organization that thinks globally but acts locally. Today, I think that perception is beginning to change, and we are beginning to base ourselves locally with our foundation in our own communities, and then branch out globally. Because we have a reach, we have a strength, we have a depth that no other organization really has. If Bill Gates is coming to Rotary, it's not really because of the amount of money that we have spent, but because of the reach of Rotary. He realizes what we can really do. If WHO has been our partner for such a long time, they realize that we have something that few other organizations have. And I've often quoted a former Director General of UNICEF who said, Rotary is unique because it has the strength of a government and the tenderness of a parent. And I think that's a very nice and a perceptive way to describe what we are by a person who was not ever a Rotarian. As you know, this year I've been talking about the family, and when I talk about the family, I wonder, I'm not saying anything that's new. I'm not saying that's not part of the lives of each and every person in this room. We are living with our family, we all deal with our family, but perhaps we haven't talked about the family in Rotary as often and with as much depth as we need to have talked about. Because I think the family is really the entity that drives all of humanity forward. Individuals, strong, weak, whatever, yes, what you are as an individual is important. What you are doing in your community is important. But it's the family where life really starts. You, your parents, your children, everything coming together. They give you a joy and a pleasure and a security and a happiness that you probably can't get in any other way. And I've been telling the little story about when I was nominated to this position, I told our children, my son stays in Australia. Our son stays in Australia. He's an engineer, and he used to work with us in our organization in India. Then I sent him for higher studies in Australia. He met a girl from Thailand over there. They decided to stay over there. They never came back. And now we have got 2 Australian grandchildren. And these children go to school. The little girl is 5 years old. And in the school every week they have to say, what's new that's been happening in your family during the last 1 week. And this girl was asked, what's new that's been happening in your family? And she said, my father said that my grandfather has become the president of the world. And the teacher said, what? And she repeated. He said, are you joking? He said, no. And so the teacher couldn't believe it. She phoned our daughter-in-law and then explained. And well, I guess, but that's what a family, I think, is all about. And whenever she sees me now, this little girl, she always calls me, hello, President of the world. So that's what I think a family is all about. And that's it. The family, continuity, like polio. What after polio? It's for Rotarians around the world to decide. We can't do anything. I mean, I think we are going to decide on many things. I think we're going to go more regional. You know, there have been regional issues which I think we can handle very effectively through Rotary. Another worldwide issue, I don't know. It's for the Rotarians to decide. Could be literacy,